Hello, my name is Jennifer Martin. Thank you for reviewing my resume and considering me for your open teaching position. Per your email, I've taken time to review the article, A Model for Future of Education by Peter Diamandis, and now I'll share a little more about myself and respond to your additional questions. On nearly any given school day, you can find me teaching in several Lancaster County school districts, as I am currently employed by Substitute Teacher Service as a day-to-day and multi-day substitute teacher. In fact, last year I fulfilled a short-term 8-week assignment at Taylor Campus in Columbia Borough School District in a 5th grade classroom. I keep myself very busy, and as a result, the experiences have given me numerous opportunities to develop my craft and facilitate instruction in kindergarten through 6th grade classrooms since I graduated from Millersville University in December 2015. As you can see, I was a non-traditional college graduate. I began studying elementary education following my high school graduation from Hempfield School District in the early 90s. However, an opportunity to travel to Europe with a choral group put those plans on hold. When I returned, I got a full-time job, met my husband, and started a family, which now includes 3 children. Throughout those years, I volunteered in many capacities that involved working with children at my church, including leading youth ministry, helping with Vacation Bible School, and redesigning and coordinating a children's ministry program called Kids Space. When my daughter entered kindergarten, my desire to teach was rekindled. I remembered telling my husband, "This is so exciting. Look how they're teaching these kids to learn. I think I would really love doing this." And by the time our youngest began school, I had returned to Millersville University to pursue the completion of my early childhood education degree. I worked extremely hard, was on the dean's list, and I graduated in December 2015 after fulfilling my student teaching assignment in a 1st grade classroom at Schaefer Elementary School in Manheim Township School District. You asked what my beliefs about education are. Well, I am a storyteller, and while I have never ridden a bicycle built for 2, I believe the concept of a tandem bicycle best depicts my beliefs about education. Riding a bicycle is an adventure, and so is learning. Unless you have ridden a route more than once, every sight along the way is a new discovery. Similarly, every instance of learning is a compilation of discoveries and life experiences. Throughout the educational process, unexpected challenges and surprises are simply part of the adventure. On a tandem bike, one rider is seated in front while the other shares the experience and rides behind. I liken my students to the rider in front. In theory, the view from this seat is unobstructed and allows them to see all the options and paths that are available along the way. My students may steer the bike and even at times determine the direction they want their learning to go. The destination is not the same for any one student because each is unique in their interests, personality, and gifting. A tandem bike is meant for 2. Maybe not completely true to life, but for the sake of this analogy, the teacher rides in back. From this vantage point, and as my students' teacher, I have the awesome responsibility to inspire their learning and help them navigate through and realize their educational experience. Because each student has potential to learn, the task involves knowing them individually, recognizing their strengths and weaknesses, and providing them with encouragement, strategies, and support whenever they are needed. So in review, my beliefs, learning is an adventure. The learning experience is unique from one student to another, and each student has a potential to learn. I assume tandem bike riding is an enjoyable experience for both riders, regardless of the seating position on the bike. And similarly, teacher and student benefit from the shared discoveries and learning experiences in a tandem educational adventure. Now, on to the article by Peter Diamandis. You asked for my reaction to the 5 issues in today's schools, and if I'm really honest, my initial reaction was that I deemed Mr. Diamandis somewhat melodramatic. The issues that bother him, grading, sage on the stage, relevance, imagination, coloring inside the lines, and boring, I could quickly refute on any given day. Regarding grading, I'd say his opinion is simply a matter of his perspective. While grading may be demotivating, rarely are we given a clean slate, zero startup on each day either. In great classrooms in which teachers include total participation techniques in daily lesson planning or employ co-teaching arrangements, the sage on the stage or one-size-fits-all model may not be as prevalent as it once was. The question of relevance can easily be quelled by the explanation that many students are uncertain of their future aspirations and have no way of knowing what information may be useful or not to them down the road of life. If anything, I might resonate with him on the lack of creativity and imagination sometimes apparent in school. This sometimes bothers me as well. I'd like to think that my innovative, think outside the box mindset might offset his concern if he visited my classroom. And on boring? Well, I don't like boring either. Great teachers can easily recognize disengagement and need to incorporate activities that creatively stimulate mastery of learning goals. In my opinion, this one rests on the teacher's shoulders. While I acknowledge the issues Mr. Diamandis mentioned exist, I truly believe his emphasis may have been exaggerated to lead into his next point. Of the 5 guiding principles that Mr. Diamandis outlined, I think passion is the most important. People who understand what they are passionate about in life are drawn to those activities that stir them deeply and give them purpose and identity. People who are passionate are dedicated and motivated to succeed and truly are inspiring. If we can help kids learn early in their lives what motivates and drives them, what they're passionate about, then we in turn play a small part in helping them find those interests that are uniquely individual to them. You asked me about a modern elementary learning center. It really is hard to imagine creating a learning environment with an unlimited budget. It would be colorful. The classrooms might have flexible seating arrangements and accommodations. In my imaginings, it would include hands-on, experiential nooks and crannies for small group learning. The classrooms would be filled with enriching books, resources, and technology that would be used in daily instruction. Co-teaching arrangements might be an option as well. There'd be common areas for large group learning. If there was an unlimited budget, I'd utilize just about anything I could think of: posters, pictures, labels, manipulatives, games, activities, etc. It really is a wonderful idea.